stayed longer than I should have. Not because I was weak, but because I loved for real. That's what this album sounds like. Love Illimitable. Out now.
Well, old Reverend Al Sharpton, Mr. Democrat Shield himself, had an event for all the Democrats who are potentially may want to run in 2028. A lot of them were there, minus, I think, Gavin Newsom. But the main figure that we want to talk about tonight is Kamala Harris. Yes, Kamala Harris has been making her rounds. And I know the main clip that everybody has been talking about is about her thinking about she might run again. But we're not going to talk about that. That can be for definitely a later time. Tonight, we want to talk about something she said in the area of voting. Now, I want you to listen to what Kamala Harris has to say, and I want you to listen real closely, because haven't you heard this messaging before?
The last point I would say on this, Rev, and I think I know it's a bit controversial, but here's how I feel about this. You know how I was talking earlier about how people are so transactional? I think we need to be transactional voters. I think, yes, it is right when we are trying to get folks to register to vote and to go vote, and it is absolutely right that we remind everyone of our history, especially when they're trying to erase it. We remind people of the lives, the bloodshed on the Edmund Pettus Bridge, the sacrifice of those young people at the lunch counter, the assassination of Dr. King. There are so many things that we must remember about history, so that what compels us to vote includes not only our civic duty, but honoring the ancestors. Yes, and here's what I'm suggesting in addition. Get yours. Vote and say, I'm voting because I expect something out of this. You're not going to take for granted that I'm going to vote because I'm a good citizen and it's my civic duty to vote, so that you don't even worry about whether you're producing what I need because, we can count on them to vote because they remember the Edmund Pettus Bridge. I'm saying it's okay to also give people permission to be transactional and to say, if you're going to get my vote, this is what I expect. I'm going to vote because I expect to get something out of this. I'm going to get mine by voting. That's what I would offer. I think it's okay to give people permission to be transactional voters.
Well, I mean, when we were all saying that same thing, the Democrat Shields was attacking us for saying that, right? When we said that, no, we need something for our vote. We're not just voting for you blindly. Transactional voting is the way forward. And now it looks like at least Kamala Harris got the message that transactional voting is what we own right now. See, the Edmund Pettus Bridge, you could use that for the civil rights generation, okay? Because that was their time, that was their fight, and that's their nostalgia. Now you have a group of people in our community who don't relate to the Edmund Pettus Bridge. We relate to high gas prices, high cost of living, high food, can't afford homes, can't afford cars. They try to nickel and dime you into payments everywhere you go. I mean, shoot, Klarna is the most nickel and dime pay as you go. You buy now, pay later. You know what I'm saying? Versus during the time period of our grandmothers and all them, during the Edmund Pettus Bridge time, they had houses. They had cars. Of course, they didn't eat in restaurants like we do. They cooked at home and all that. So definitely a lot of things, but it was much more affordable for them than us. So you can't use the Edmund Pettus Bridge because we don't relate to the Edmund Pettus Bridge because most of us haven't even been there. We recognize the history. I respect it. But we need something for today, for our civil rights fight and human rights fight in particular. But Kamala, I'm glad that you understanding the message. I'm glad, and y'all understand something. See, when some of y'all say, especially like you Democrat shields, All y'all do is talk online. All y'all don't do anything. You don't go to no events. You don't do this and that and the third. Notice she's parroting what we say. To those people that go to events all the time at a luncheon, notice she's not parroting what you say. See, in order for a politician to get elected, they need to repeat the words of those who are relevant in the black community. And it's many of us, okay, who's been preaching that sermon. It didn't come from the Democrat think tank. You understand? They didn't come from them. They came from the grassroots. You feel me? And I'm going to tell you Democrat politicians this. You want to be elected, you got to come talk to us. Just that simple. We got the juice. So you're going to have to decide if you do come talk to us, you're going to have to answer some questions about what you're going to do for black Americans. We don't want to hear nothing about no minorities. We for sure don't want to hear nothing about no immigration because we don't relate to no immigration, right? We don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear about nothing else about what's going to happen for black people specifically. Whatever policies you're going to do, listen, I'm not silly. I understand when as a president, you got to do something for the country. I get that. I get it. But whatever you're doing, what part of that is going to benefit us as black Americans? You feel me? Are you going to address the mass incarceration? Are you going to address private prisons and the incentive to be corrupt to keep black people in jail longer to benefit private prison corporations? Or you go address home ownership for black people and why it hasn't really moved? Or you go address how black people don't get business loans? Or how are you going to address how black people don't get government contracts like white folks do? You understand? Or how black folks aren't getting funded by the SBA like white folks do? Or you going to address the anti-black hate crime bill, reparations, whatever? Are you going to address all these different things? And if you're not willing to address it, don't worry about it. You don't have to. Democrats, I'm telling you right now, you have a great chance of winning 2028, but the only way you're going to really win it is coming through us. Because it's like this. If we don't co-sign you, obviously you kind of see that, right? If we don't co-sign you, good luck winning. Good luck. And I'm going to tell you up front, Gavin Newsom, listen, everybody else that was up there maybe have a chance if they do what's right, but Gavin Newsom, no. So if Kamala was to run again, I'm telling you up front, if Kamala was to run again, I won't be doing the streams I were doing about her this time around. I won't do it. But you know who would get the smoke? Gavin Newsom. He would get the smoke. Why would he get the smoke? Because of the stunt he pulled by that California Reparations Commission. I ain't forgot that. And I say, if he tried to run out there, and I'm telling all the brothers and sisters who got these microphones, Gavin Newsom step up out there. We all need to Voltron up on him and be riding down on him every post, every stream. Let him step out there. That's what I want him to do, is step out there. I'm telling you, Shields up front. Y'all better pick somebody. Don't pick him, because we on his head. He played without reparations. Now, not mine in particular, it being in Texas, but I say our reparations because if our brothers and sisters in California get theirs, then hey, that's a win in the right direction, and we can build on that. But he played with that. He played. And we can't forget that. We can't forget the stunt they pulled. We got the video. So Gavin, don't step out there. I mean, you can if you want to, but don't step out there. Because we will be on you every day, every night. I'm telling you. Now, Kamala Harris says she may run again. She may have a chance. I don't know. She may have a chance because here's the reason why I think she could have a chance. I'm just saying she could, not saying she would win. Everything she mostly said about Trump kind of happened. So it makes people say, oh, man, she was right. Maybe I should have voted for her. That's kind of what she got on her side versus the other people that's running, like J.B. Pritzker, I mean, if he runs, Shapiro, no, no, I'm just being honest with you. Wes Moore, I'm thinking the Democrats may try to push him out there, but here's the issue about him. He vetoed reparations too. He didn't veto the findings of the commission, but he vetoed the formation of one. But the black the people who's in the state government and all those who's agreement, not just black, overrode him. So that's what he gonna have to contend, stepping himself out there. To being honest with you. Republicans are bad. We don't care if Republicans are bad. We don't care. Bad for who? Black folks collectively been getting a bad end of the deal ever since. No matter if Democrats in or Republicans in. I hate when people say that because you act like with Democrats in, oh my God, we live in a utopia. And then Republicans get in, oh my God, it's, Emperor Palpatine, from Star Wars or something. Oh my God, it's a dark day. No, black folks' life don't change no matter if you're Democrat or Republicans in office. So let's go there. So that's why you can't threaten us like, oh, the Republicans going to get y'all. You ain't getting us no more than the Democrats are. But don't let them tell you that what we say on these platforms is just a bunch of noise. It's not getting nowhere. You're not talking to the right people. You're not going to the right meetings. You're not doing this. Well, why is it from our microphones in our closets? How is it that they're repeating everything we say? The mainstream media, ABC News was saying foundation of black Americans. That didn't come from a Democrat think tank. Yeah, y'all better recognize, like you like to say in the 90s. You better recognize. Well, what the relevance at? The relevance not in the Democrat shield. The relevance is not in the mainstream media. The relevance is through these microphones. That's where the relevance comes from. And it's not one person. It's multiple people. And that's the beautiful thing. It's multiple people doing it. Not one guy, not one lady. But you know what? When you do one band, one sound, that's all you need. And that's what's making the change. Look at the delineation. The mainstream media is delineating now. I hear them do it all the time. They arrest an immigrant, they say exactly where they from. They don't say he black no more. So they can't throw that on our black crime numbers. They doing it. The mainstream media didn't start delineating anything. And sure, the Democrats aren't doing it. Why? Because their whole process is built off a minority coalition, built off of the backs of black people. And we have disrupted that and say, no, everybody gonna have to go get it how they live. Period. Fight for your own rights. But anyway, brothers and sisters, I just wanted y'all to hear what Kamala had to say there. And how now she's speaking about transactional voting. And you're right, that is the law for today and forward. Transactional voting. What are you going to give me? And if you're not giving me anything, then and only then I'll vote for you. You give me nothing? Don't worry about it. We cool. I have no problem continuing my day and not disrupting a thing. So Democrats, what are you offering black America? Not minorities or any other mess that you talk about. What are you offering in black America specifically? If you want the black vote, then you got to offer something. If you don't want it, no problem. You can pull what Tallarico pulled. Don't try to go to the whites and Hispanics, but Tallarico gonna see in that election in Texas. Well, that's gonna get him, right? Balls in your court, Democrats.